Welcome to Retro Scale Modelling. This is part 27 of the DeAgostini Star Wars Millennium Falcon build. Scale is 1 to 43. And this issue, I'm just concentrating on the one issue on this video because there's quite a lot to do. There's several components to be placed in before I actually close up the Falcon itself. So let's jump into this and see how I get on. Start off with issue 93. I have quite a lot to do in this issue, so I've got to build the corridor for the cockpit. Some of the internal parts have to be painted, and I'll be placing in the other gun corridor as well. So it's quite a lot to get into. First of all, though, I've got to assemble the second gun. Now, the first gun was assembled way back in issue 1, but it's assembled in much the same way. So if you need a refresher on it, just head back to video number 2, I think it is, and you can see the gun getting assembled. I'm using Tamiya's XF18 medium blue here, and what I'm doing is weathering down the inner parts. And like before, I'm just placing this pigment on haphazardly. There's no set pattern to this. The only thing I'm making sure of is having very little paint on the brush before I apply it. And once it's dry, I'm going over it with Tamiya's Weathering Master Series C and the gunmetal component to dirty it up even further than it already is. I'm now going back to the gun, and it's XF55 Deck Tan by Tamiya, and this is the main gun colour. So now I'm placing in the inserts that I just painted, and I have various location points that everything needs to be screwed into. There's 3 in total that I have to place in like this, but they're all placed in that same way. So it's back to the cockpit, and I can finally assemble this hole now. So as you can see, it fits in the base like this. The wire is an extended cable which will run through the corridor itself. The two halves are very tight fitting. You have to get them spot on for them to meet up. And whether you watched the earlier videos or not, you may remember me saying that I was worried about the small parts falling off, but I decided to put them on anyway, because I had a feeling I would have to put a lot of pressure on to get this closed up. It turns out the small parts did fall off. This one just popped off there. I mean, it's not a drama, they're easily put back on. So I found it easier to close it up in stages. So I've just closed up the front half of it first. Now I'm going on to the actual cockpit themselves. Now there's 3 options here for this cockpit canopy. You can have it without the plastic, clear plastic, or you have a choice of 2 different clear plastics. It all depends on your preferences which one you use. But I am placing this in, and I'm using Formula 560 canopy glue, and as I said before, it dries crystal clear, and most importantly, it doesn't fog up any clear parts. The canopy itself is in 4 sections if you count the nose part, but 3 main sections, and they interlock together. If you do get any glue on it, this canopy glue, it's not a problem. Just wipe it straight off, and your canopy will still be okay. So now to assemble the cockpit itself, you can see there I'm just dry fitting the actual canopy to the bottom part. And once I'm happy with the fit, I just simply push this on. It's a little bit tight. There's a couple of little location nodes you have to line up. As I said, it's a little bit tight, but once it goes on, it all holds together. So I decided in the end not to actually use any glue for that, because I may need to go into it at some point. So it's good to leave it open. So the next stage is to remove the corridor back piece that's already been attached to the frame. Why they told you to attach to the frame now, then remove it, is beyond me, but this is what I'm doing. But once it's off, I can then assemble it onto the actual main corridor arm. It's held together with 2 screws, and then it's a simple matter just realigning it onto the frame and screwing it back in once more. And just flipping it over, checking for alignment, making sure everything sits okay. And all you have to do now is attach the cables to the circuit board. So now I'm attaching the central part to the frame. Now, in the issue, it shows it's already attached, but I went through older issues to see whether I missed off a step by mistake, and I hadn't. So it's just one of these quirky things. I think when they designed the magazine to go with the build, they forgot to mention it should be attached now. But I've already attached the lower one, of course, and it goes on exactly the same way. So once it's on, all I have to do is put in the glass dome. Again, that's held with some canopy glue. There's a little internal ladder that fits in between both gunwales. So I'm just placing that on the gunwale now. There's 2 little location points underneath the rim that it fits into. So I'll just show you here going in. It just fits directly above the dome like the other one does. It's now time to fit the top section. Now it's too big to get it all into one shot. So I've just tried to get a sort of overhead shot here with me placing it in. But unfortunately, even with the further zoom up my camera can do, I just can't get it all in. And more often than not, as you can see there, my arm gets in the way. The key part to this was lining it up with the mandibles first, and then the rest just actually fell into place, so it was quite easy to get the top section put together. So once the section's on, I'm just going through the wires, making sure everything is connected. So that will include the lights for the other gunwale and so forth, making sure everything is on the motherboard. In fact, I did actually miss one out, so I'm glad I double checked. And this is where I'll leave part 27. I'm just going to have a go at fitting the other parts on the top, so putting the plating on. This will be coming off, and this is just for me to see how well it goes. So if you haven't done so already, why don't you check out the channel for my other builds. I'm sure there's something there for everyone by now. If you subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and you'll be updated with all my builds, including this one of course. Hit that like button, and don't forget to leave a comment. Also, don't forget to share the video as well. But for now, thank you all very much for watching. Bye bye.